Caroline, there's something I need to... Well, you see, it happened because of Chloe, and... Blame you? No, that's ridiculous. But how many times before I left London did I warn you to keep the window shut? Look, anyway, Caroline, you remember when we got engaged, we agreed not to have any secrets? No? Now I'll hold. You take your call from Cherie Blair.
Your mother asked me to give you a dance.
There's no easy way to say this, Caroline. No, too cliched. Oh, Caroline, I have something unpleasant to tell you. Yes, that's it. Something unpleasant to tell you. I spent last night with someone else.
What?
Good to see you back, you old bastard.
Thanks, Ray. Good to be back. So, which police boys club are you collecting for today?
Actually, Bill, it's a little bit more serious than that. Last night, a female was found dumped outside the casualty ward at St Vinny's. She had OD'd on coke. There's more snow up her nose than a Thredbo blizzard.
Really sorry to hear that, but I don't see what it's got to do
she's
with...
in a coma now, and they're not entirely sure she's going to make it. So I'm trying to identify her. And I'd really like to know who sold her all that coke. Which is why I'd like to speak to your son.
Andy?
Me?
They found your credit card stashed inside a bra.
What? That's ridiculous. Look, I've got to write...
Look a little wrung out, Mr. Telford. Where were you last night at 3 a.m?
Well, I'd had a bit to drink, so I was sleeping it off.
At home?
No, I was in the back seat of my car.
Do you have an alibi? Anyone who can vouch for you?
Look, I've never touched cocaine, and I don't know any
No
women
need to
who...
get upset, Mr. Telford.
Ray, Andy's a good boy. He's just come back from overseas.
Oh, yeah? Where was he? Betty Ford.
I remember I took it out at the club, and I gave it to someone to buy me a scotch.
Andy, love, don't stress yourself. Ray's an old pal of Bill's. This'll all blow over. Come on.
How the hell did that Sheila get hold of Andy's credit card? He gave it to me to shout around at drinks. I must have left it on the bar and she must have found it.
Well, you're gonna have to tell him, Bill. You can't just hang him out to dry.
Why? If the cops think Andy did it, they're not going to go chasing after Toddy.
Yeah, but Andy's your son.
And Toddy's the best damn client I've got. If this gets out, he's finished.
Is it true you're being questioned over dealing in cocaine?
No. And if you print that, I'll sue you. And Rupert.
Oh, according to my sources, you don't even have an alibi.
What I did last night is none of your business.
Ever heard of the public interest? If Toddy Barton's agent has a sex romp with a crack whore, every sports-loving Aussie has the right to know about it.
Did you just call her a crack whore? She's a hooker now?
$500 an hour, she's hardly giving it away. Don't tell me you got a freebie, Andy. Or did you pay her in dry goods?
Andy.
I think we need to talk some more about what happened last... Is that booze?
I'm opening another Bollinger, sweetheart.
Lovely! Carl's just proposed.
What? Oh. Congratulations.
Drink this.
Now?
Quick. If I have any more, I'll be sick. I didn't want to mention that I downed a few last night. In fact, I didn't mention last night at all.
Yeah. Very wise.
He's a lovely guy, Andy, and so romantic.
Whoa! That's exactly the sound a kneecap makes when it comes out of a socket.
Bill. Bill.
Why do I get the feeling you're at the bottom of this?
Me? None of this would have happened if you hadn't hit the source last night.
Boys, please.
Ros, could you go and organise a tanning bed for Jason, please, love? He's going to need it for the calendar. There's nothing more off-putting than red blotches on a bum.
I'm screwed if the UN finds out about this. Reputation's everything in my job.
As usual, you're overreacting.
Well, I've already missed one promotion because...
Because of me? Well, don't waste your life here on my account, mate. But your career's much more important than your family.
That's not what I meant.
Of course it bloody is. Why don't you go back to where people love you?
Well, I can't till this mess is sorted out. Dad, I'm about to be charged with coke dealing.
Bullshit. Ray and I go back a long, long way. He'll huff and he'll puff, but he won't blow the house down.
I suppose he's on your payroll too.
Oh, geez, Andy. You sure as hell have learned to whinge like a pom.
Nice roses. Shame Sleeping Beauty can't even smell them. Guess you could call her pretty in a Danny Minogue sort of way. She'll photograph well, though.
Photograph?
When she snorts and talks for my paper. God, what did journos do for stories before drugs came along?
If you dare print any of this without proof.
I've got proof, Andy. 2 orderlies saw your dad dump her here at 3 a.m.
My dad? That's bullshit. Well, Bill had nothing to do with this. And I've never seen her before in my life.
Him? Never seen him before. Always pays to read the small print. Your little mate's a tranny.
No. God.
Pre-op, too. So he's still packing luggage. Stashed away, of course, in the overhead compartment.
Tell me this is a joke.
Oh, a good journo always checks the sources. See for yourself.
I knew it! I knew it! You set me up!
Andy, Bill's heart?
What heart? I suppose you know the truth about Toddy's little friend too.
So, she's a hooker. Big deal. I have been around the block once or twice.
Yeah, well, Toddy went round a bit further than you did. She's a tranny.
What?
No way.
You sure? She's got more balls than a billiard table.
Oh, God.
How come Toddy didn't work that out?
You know what drunks are like, mate. They'll read a crack in a plate. Poor Toddy.
What about me? Where's my apology?
He'll go to bits if he ever finds out. I mean, Toddy is not the sort of bloke who would ever do the chocolate cha-cha.
Did you ever hear what I said?
Could bring on his entire season.
What happens if Toddy's friend talks?
Toddy will deny everything that creature ever utters. It'll be his word against his.
Oh, with a bit of luck, they'll find the photos. That'll teach you.
What photos?
No, that's right, Bill. There were people at the party taking photos. There could be one of Toddy smooching with his chum.
Oh, God, if Sandy ever gets a clause on that. OK. Talk to everybody who was at the party, athletes, agents, friends of friends. Tell them you need all their photos for a tribute book to me.
Oh, Bill, that'll take forever. I'm going to need some help.
No, no way. You threw me to the wolves. Why should I ever help you again?
You want to get back to England or don't you?
Your fans aren't aware of all